Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. So guys, what do I always say? Guys, female police officers are useless AF. They're a liability, guys. Because I have a whole series of videos about talking about how useless female police officers are. So guys, make sure to check out the playlist at the end. And guys, breaking news. Here we have a story that was sent to me on Discord. Thanks, Rogue Dalek, for sending this to me. Guys, the first B-Dubs superintendent of the police for Toronto got demoted because she was helping other black applicants cheat on the test. Look at that, guys. Look at that. So, guys, let me just break out the race card here real quick. So, guys, we'll get into this. Before we do, like, subscribe, drop a comment, guys. Check out my locals, my second channel, the playlist at the end, guys. And let's just see who this person is first, guys, and then we'll get into the news stories that shows how she got demoted.
She is the first black female Toronto police officer to climb to the rank of superintendent. Stacey Clark has shattered the glass ceiling after almost 23 years on the force, where she has also played a pivotal role bridging the gap between the black community and the Toronto Police Service. But with major setbacks in 2020, she says there is still a long way to go to rebuild the trust. More than 2 decades after joining Toronto's police force, Stacey Clark received a call she'll never forget.
I just sort of gasped for air a little bit.
In that moment, she became the first black woman in Toronto promoted to superintendent. 2 weeks later, she's still trying to process it.
It's an overwhelming feeling.
They're those glasses, guys. They're those glasses. Those glasses are just as bad as the bull ring.
I'll tell you the truth. It wasn't an easy journey.
Her journey started in 1998, and she says she felt her role as a black police officer came with another responsibility: developing partnerships between police and members of the black community. Do you feel like you've accomplished what you've wanted to?
This is work that is never, ever finished. I always say it's an everyday work. It really is. I'm dedicated, completely dedicated to continuing to build trust.
Trust that was broken in a major way last summer after the police killing of George Floyd sparked protests and calls to defund the police around the world, including here in Toronto.
Isn't this stupid, guys? Come on, guys, let's just pump the brakes, right? What did this event have to do with Canada? Or the UK? Or guys, they had building lesbians mansions protests in Lagos, Nigeria. How does that make sense?
I'm still not quite over it. It shocked my system. It really shocked my system. And it was an overwhelming space to be in as a black female police officer.
Please.
Did it feel like a big setback after all the work that you have done for the past 2 decades?
It did. It felt like it did. It felt like we're at ground zero.
You're in Canada! Now, guys, here. I can't watch any more of this idiocy, right? Because, guys, she says, I'm going to do a great job, and I'm going to be the best person ever because I'm black and I'm a woman. And, guys, all this DEI stuff. And, guys, if you honestly believe that that's true.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Now, guys, let's just go and see what happened a couple of days ago.
In emotional and raw testimony, a Toronto police superintendent facing discipline apologized for helping constables cheat on a promotional exam.
But as John Woodward reports, the hearing also delved into how unfair the hiring process was to black candidates to begin with, and how a plan to fix it was canceled without warning.
Wait. Whoa. So wait a minute. They're trying to say that the plan was, that the testing was unfair to black applicants, which, guys, come on.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
It's a test, okay? And then number 2, the plan to fix the unfair hiring practices was canceled. So she's just gonna give him the answers to the test? Guys, is that not the most ridiculous thing, guys?
Just like a woman. The first part of Superintendent Stacey Clark's testimony was an apology for giving 6 constables questions in advance of a promotional exam. She told the hearing it was tremendously important for me to take responsibility for what I had done. I know it was not the right path. But the tribunal spent much more time on what Clark called the why, and it came down to a systemic failure to promote black officers.
There it is, guys. Not going to hold her accountable because of systematic blah, 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 blah. Guys, come on.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
They often benefited white men within the service. There was nepotism, there was favoritism, and all types of other issues. It's common practice that senior officers have subordinate officers whom they mentor and therefore share interview questions with.
The proposed solution that Clark supported.
What does that have to do with taking the test?
And was adopted by Toronto's Police Service Board in 2021, a new procedure that involved providing the questions in advance to everyone.
It was based on feedback from 500 Toronto police officers.
The Toronto Police Service Board oversees the police, but the tribunal heard even though the board approved the plan, the police service didn't put it into practice. In a report, Professor Wendell Agite wrote before its implementation, the TPS made an executive decision without warning to suspend the new process and revert to the original unfair practice that the members identified in the external review. It stands to reason that had the TPS implemented the new promotional process, Superintendent Clark would not have felt the desperate need to flatten the playing field by providing black officers with the interview questions.
So look at that, guys. So if they would have just changed the whole thing to some based on some crazy imagined oppression, right? Then she wouldn't have been desperate enough to give the questions to the black applicants before anyone else. Absolute foolishness.
It's not clear why the policy was never adopted.
Somebody along the way decided that they weren't going to implement all of it.
Supporters who arrived on a bus stood by Clark.
I think instead of demoting her, they should give her an award.
Clark became a...
Come on, guys.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
She should give an award for allowing other blacks to cheat. And guys, if it was me and she offered to give me the answer, I wouldn't take them. I wouldn't do it. Because guys, I've always gotten by on my merit. I've been black for 43 years, guys. High school, college, grad school, my career where I'm at now. I've always rejected any type of DEI. I've never joined any all-black clubs or work groups or any of that because I don't want any part of it, man. I want it to be shown that I get by on my own merit and I'm just as competitive as everybody else.
Emotional as she described demeaning posts from retired officers and one threat and how it affected her children. But she said she remained loyal to the TPS and hopeful for systemic change, saying, "I love my job. I love what I do. Some may say foolishly, but I still believe we can do what we say we are going to do."
Now, guys, let's check out how she got demoted.
The decision has been announced in the case of Toronto Police Superintendent Stacey Clark. Right now, let's go to CP24's Beatrice Vaisman with this story. Beatrice.
Bakari, Stacey Clark walked into this building today, Toronto Police headquarters, where she's been working as a superintendent. She's now been demoted for 2 years to the rank of inspector, and only then will she have the opportunity to apply for promotion.
Demoted all the way down to inspector, guys. They should have fired your ass. She's still smiling, too. What a joke. And the fact that people are out here trying to support her is even worse, guys. What an absolute travesty. And guys, this is why I don't do this whole, oh yeah, the culture, the community of foolishness. I don't. Because guys, can you imagine being a black cop in Ontario? Or Toronto, sorry. In Toronto during this time? That's just trying to make his way and make his way up. Right? With no foolishness. And this happens, and now everyone's looking at all the black cops crazy, all because of Knucklehead McGee right here.
to earn a position again as a superintendent. This is not going to be an automatic reinstatement of her rank. The adjudicator today saying rank is something that is earned, not given. And she went through for about an hour and a half her decision for demoting Stacey Clark to the role, to the rank of inspector for the next 24 months. In fact, we just heard from Stacey Clark as she walked out of the building with her mom, who was holding her police hat. We will hopefully give her a chance.
Now, do you guys think she's sorry? Do you guys think that she's going to take any accountability? Let's see.
I'll give our viewers a chance to hear from Ms. Clark in the next half hour, but I asked her how she was feeling. She said she was feeling disappointed, that she was feeling emotional, that she was looking forward to spending some time with her family, to thinking about this decision. And when we asked her if there's an appeal that's now in the works, she simply said that it's something that she's going to be thinking about. We spoke to her lawyer.
Did you guys ever see It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? This chick has an coil eyebrow.
As well on his way down the elevator. He simply said he's looking forward to reviewing this decision, but certainly it's not off the table that Stacey Clark, her legal team, will appeal this decision. The adjudicator, Robin McEllery Downer, who's a retired deputy chief from South Simcoe Police, talked about the misconduct of Stacey Clark, saying this was extraordinarily serious, that as a senior, high-ranking Toronto police officer, that she did not display good moral decision-making, that she actually displayed the fragilities that us as humans tend to experience, and that as someone who is...
You mean the fragilities that 304 has experienced. And are you telling me she was given a position of high responsibility and totally screwed it up?
Just like a woman.
4 ranks ahead of these 6 police constables who are vying for the role and the rank of sergeant, that she, as McEllery Downer said, to quote her, was the maestro of their misconduct, essentially bringing them into this cycle of misconduct, which has now raised public mistrust in the promotional process, according to her, within the Toronto Police Service and its ranks. And we heard from some of the members of the Jamaican Canadian community who came here and have been here at each one of Stacey Clark's hearings, and they voiced their displeasure and their disappointment with this decision as well. So here's a bit of what we heard this afternoon.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Right? Guys, I can't stand this. I can't stand it!
Afternoon here at Toronto Police Headquarters.
Superintendent Clark has given good service to the Toronto Police Services and would be a model officer serving the entire community, black and white, and
the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Others, and the Toronto Police Services missed it. Yes, she should have been punished, but I think punishment is very severe.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
We need to start from a place of she accepted accountability for what she's done.
She got caught, you moron! Look at that, guys. And imagine, she has to sit, she's 24 months getting busted back down to inspector. She's basically like a detective, I think. Right? Still walking through the same halls, right?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Now the question is, and we've gone over the whys and the whys not and what should be considered and not considered, but at the end, do you then get punished forever? So I heard the last speaker in this question about she has the opportunity to reapply in the future. That, my friend, is a setup from the perspective of, unless they expunge all of this, Superintendent Clark could walk on water for the next 2 years. This will come up as part of that process in the future.
And so Stacey Clark's supporters, Bakari, view this as a permanent demotion to inspector. They don't believe she will ever be given a chance to earn the rank of superintendent through a promotional process ever again. To quote the adjudicator, she said this was a sophisticated scheme to conceal. The facts are, and Stacey Clark pleaded guilty to 7 counts of misconduct that she sent photos.
7 counts of misconduct. Look at that.
Photographs of the questions for the promotional process to these 6 officers. The adjudicator talked about the impact that Stacey Clark's misconduct had, that it is far-reaching, that she betrayed the trust of her colleagues. Every constable.
I wonder how she got caught. Right? That's a crazy thing. Why didn't she just print it out and just like put them in their mailboxes? Did she send pictures on her work phone or something? Or did she email it to them? What's up with that?
Competing in the promotional process, who believed they were competing in a fair process, that she betrayed the officers under her command, and that she betrayed the Toronto Police Service as well. So again, Stacey Clark telling us here at CP24 she's feeling disappointed and emotional after this demotion down to the rank of inspector. That's 1 rank demotion, and that she'll be taking time to consider her options. Of course, those options do include an appeal, Bakari, if she and her lawyer choose to go down that path. Back to you.
Now, guys, there is an update where she did file a human rights violation complaint, but guys, we all know that won't go anywhere. Guys, I'll probably do a follow-up video for that, just because that'll be a circus. But guys, that's the one thing about B-dubs. They never, ever, ever go quietly. You can catch them dead ass in the middle of something, and it's,
I hope you die of AIDS, ho!
Ma'am, did you help those officers cheat?
I'ma kill your bitch ass, bitch!
Alright, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe. Check out the playlist, guys, and I'm out of here. Have a good one.